What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin today, XCN. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. All right, here we are on this, the 9th day of June, sitting at about 1.45 cents with 9 hours and 27 minutes left in the day. We had a low today of about 1.39 cents, and that's the lowest price that we've seen so far. With a little bit of a reversal after that. We are in areas on the daily time frame in the RSI, the lowest readings that we've been in a long time, and we are anticipating a bounce any day now. But I'm still thinking that we would go a little bit lower, and my reasoning for that is if we look at this from a low to a high, we're right at the 0.5. We're grinding it out here. Last time we found support at the 0.5, it was like this. This time it's like this. It makes me think that we're going to break out and see the next level probably around the golden ratio at 1.23 cents to 1.122 cents. That is still the position I'm maintaining, even with Bitcoin looking as bullish as it is today. It is possible that I'm wrong, though. It is possible. These prices are not promised, and that's why, not a financial advisor, I haven't sold any of my OnyxCoin. I haven't sold any of it, right? I'm holding. I'm not buying. I'm not selling any right now. If anything, I'm looking to buy, but I haven't bought here. I'd rather buy at these levels here, but if it moves up, that's okay. We could always wait for it to move up, wait for a little pullback, and then dip in there as well. Still getting into good prices anytime you're below 2 cents here. 1.45 cents right now. The most compelling argument to be bullish here, I would say, is Bitcoin. It really is Bitcoin. If Bitcoin moves up, at the very least, I would think then that OnyxCoin doesn't move down all the way here. Just because Bitcoin moves up doesn't mean that you have to move up to OnyxCoin, but I would think that that could help us resolve our low here and absolve us of going lower. But we'll see. Time will tell. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame and then zoom out from there, okay? 1 hour time frame. Rejecting the overbought zone. Yes, you got up here, you rejected the overbought zone, and now you're finding a little bit of support above the overbought zone. This is kind of uncommon, right? Typically, when you reject the overbought zone, you at least go down to the 50, at least there. If not down to the 40, if not to the oversold zone, if not into the oversold zone, you know what I mean? So, here you rejected it and you went all the way below the 50. Here you went to the 50. Rejected it here below the 50. Rejected it here just below the 50, but basically to the 50, inevitably going lower, right? I'm just saying, typically, whenever you reject the overbought zone, it doesn't bounce here. Typically, we do have 25 minutes left in this 1 hour candle. I want to see what's Coinbase saying we have for volume here. Not a whole lot of volume. Let's see how it closes. By the time that most of you guys watch this video, you'll probably see how this 1 hour candle closes to begin with. So let's see how it closes. If it comes down and it closes red, then I think that the immediate bearish bias is definitely applicable. But if it closes green, maybe we move up a little bit more before we start moving down, or maybe we don't move down at all. Maybe today that was the low. It's very possible. I'm not under that belief yet. I think that we could close today at a certain bullish level. We could close higher, and that might help convince me that we're at the low. But really, I'm not going to be convinced that we're at the low here until, let's see. Let's take this low to high right here. I'm not going to be convinced we're at the low until we're above about, probably, I'm going to stick with 1.7 cents. Maybe 1.8 cents even. 1.8 cents might make more sense, yeah. Until we close above 1.8 cents, the risk of going below this low is still there. That's what I'm going to say. Unless Bitcoin's at new all-time highs, then I have a hard time seeing anything moving down, especially a coin that's been outperforming the rest of the market and Bitcoin all cycle. I have a hard time seeing this thing go down if Bitcoin's being bullish. So this could be our saving grace here. Or maybe it's not even saving grace. Maybe it was just always meant to be. Let's look at the 1 hour again. Not a lot of volume. Most of the volume came in on this move. Okay, well, that's backing it up a little bit on the breakout right there. What about the 4 hour time frame? Yeah, we're at an area that you'd expect to find resistance. We have an hour and 23 minutes left in this 4 hour. You did find resistance, but now you're back up. Man, this 4 hour, if we can close green, you guys, we didn't get a lot of volume. It was sub-average volume, but if we can, we're not really in an area that demands volume, I suppose, right? Once we start getting above about 1.8 cents, not 1.8 cents. About 1.5 cents, 1.53 cents. Once we get above there, I think that's when the volume's more necessary to come in. It's interesting. It kind of looks bullish here, I'm not going to lie. You got the right setup. We do have the double, let's see, bullish divergence, double bullish divergence, triple bullish divergence, but then we got rid of it here with this double bottom. There's no such thing as quadruple bullish divergence. Maybe this drive isn't as extended as I think it is. Maybe we had bullish divergence here, and this move exacted that, and then these drives of bullish divergence are totally different. I don't know. I'm just trying to rationalize the thought of going higher. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, though, I am a little bit more bearish, I suppose, than the 1 hour. Rejecting the 50, rejecting this area we've rejected before. You're at a lower high in the same area in this price trend that you would expect to come down. So I'm going to stick with it. We're at 1.457 cents right now. I do believe that we're still going down to 1.23 cents. I think we're just experiencing some volatility right now, some very convincing bullish price action, but I'm not amused yet. Right? Again, I wasn't even amused when we were at the top here on this. I feel like it's similar, and even here we might go up a little bit more. Maybe we go all the way up to 1.6 cents. I'm still not amused. And actually, there's a good case to be made for us to go above 1.6 cents, because if we take this relative high and we put it at this, maybe this relative low here, not the fake out low, the golden ratio is right there of this move. And if we're considering this to be some form of bullish divergence, it would actually make sense that you go all the way back up above this level here, maybe even up to that 1.6 area there. So even if we go up there, that's not completely bullishly convincing that this is the low and that we're not going lower. Let's wait and see how today closes. Let's wait and see how this week develops a little bit more before we get too excited. But things are looking interesting, to say the least. There's more of a chance today than there has been, in my opinion, over the last week, that we do hold this area and that we don't go lower. But let's see how it plays out. I'm not convinced at this point in time. I can be convinced, but step one to convince me would be probably get above 1.8 cents. Until then, I'm just going to maintain that bearish bias. Or part of step one, or maybe step two even, would be Bitcoin being at new all-time highs or moving up above $111,000, something like that. If Bitcoin can look bullish, it's hard for me to be bearish on anything, okay? I got nothing else for you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves, all right, and bye-bye.